Foley, again, this woman is a disaster, and I have to say, she has to get an award for just pissing everybody off. Because every time she speaks, she's literally pissing everybody off, and she has caused absolute chaos in the education system. Loads of leaving sorts were so anxious and so worried, and they're probably still the annoyance is still up at the highest level, and everybody in the school community is literally annoyed and upset, and very worried, and worried leads to very severe depression and everything. It can lead to that. And Norma Foley's no help. She hasn't apologised for any student who has gone through hard times, and she just blocks them on social media. She doesn't listen to them. But yeah, so an update on what Norma Foley's trying to do and destroy in the country. So basically, first of all, there was a kid. There was a family in OT, and my heart really goes out to them. This child has autism. She's finding it very hard to go back to school back to the class, and found it very hard because obviously she was on her own and everything. It finds it very hard. So obviously, we would say that the state should support her. HSC, the Department of Education, the school should support her and give her any resources that she needs, to get back into the school. To able to get back to education. But no, guess what? And this video I'm going to show you in the next minute of Norma Foley, because again, it just goes to show you the hypocrisy of this woman. But this poor kid and these poor parents, they won't get any help. Not a hint of help. 2026, yes, you heard me right. 2026 is when they reckon they will have the necessary supports to help this kid. So they're just going to abandon them. It's pretty much the same as majority of special needs kids. They're just going to abandon them. They're not important in the government's eyes, in Norma Foley's eyes. And Norma Foley and Josina Madigan has to hang their heads in shame. The disgrace, the really unusual disgrace. Again, when I show you this video, we'll just say she's the biggest disgrace going Norma Foley, to allow this to happen. Because again, we have to take care of our most vulnerable and the people who are most affected in society. And obviously this kid with autism, needs help. It really does need help and get back to the school community. Getting back to school, getting back to see her friends and everything, it would be beneficial for her. And obviously the school, I don't blame the school here, because the school's probably doing their best. They just don't have the resources. And Norma Foley, again, I show you the video because this woman is like, I haven't seen such a woman in my life. Like, listen, I'm just going to play the audio here. If you would like to play it, that'd be nice.
I make no apology. I pick the side, I will continue to pick the side of children with additional needs. They are my first priority.
Thank you.
Well, how did that go, Norma Foley? That's just the question I have for you. My first priority, my bollocks. Again, this is the thing I was saying the other day to somebody. If they would have cut the pensions, cut the wages down by 50%, that could have went towards getting that kid and a special needs teacher to help her out. And the same with countless other kids. But no, they wanted to give themselves a pay rise. The same as judges and everything. There was no need to do it. They could have put it towards a worthy cause, which is a worthy cause, helping now young people get back to school, helping them get back to education, and back to normal life, because again, that's what they need, normality. But no, government have a different opinion. They want to give it to judges, and they want to give finances to judges and to the TDs and to county councils, and they're not worried about you and I, the people who are most affected. Not a damn care about them. Again, when the election comes, I would say to people to remind you of what Norma Foley has done to people, especially young people. Don't forget what Norma Foley has done. And again, the talk about her being the future leader of Freedom 4, it just goes to show you that it's just a great country. But again, Norma Foley has pissed more people off today. She's pissed everybody off by what she's done there. She's pissed everybody off in the country by when they see that at OT, that they have no resources apparently to give to that poor child and to the poor parents to help her get back to school. And she's pissed everybody off. Everybody who watched that, I'm sure, was pissed off. And everybody in that community and everybody that's around us probably very pissed off. And Norma Foley and the state for that. And now Norma Foley's pissed more people off. She's pissing off SNAs, teachers' unions. She's pissed off teachers. She's pissed off principals. She's pissed off deputy principals. She's pissed off the general public. She's pissed off everybody. Literally, this woman is just pure out to piss everybody off. So basically, she was at a cabinet meeting last night, right, in Effort in the West Ham, and she was there, and she was sitting there, probably said nothing, because she can't answer a question. And they probably asked her a question, she wouldn't answer it. She probably went on about schools are safe. That's all she could say. But yeah, she was probably asked last night, do you think teachers should be on the priority for the vaccine? And basically, she probably said none and just went on about what a vaccine is and how it works. And that's probably what she went on about. And then it was signed off. And then, today she was like to the Fianna Fáil people, maybe we should put the teachers on a higher priority, even though that was kind of already agreed on, the unions and everything that said the teachers need to be vaccinated very quickly, obviously because they're frontline workers and things like that. And, Norma Foley, probably the time said, it probably went on about something else. But at the time it was kind of said, it should be very priority. It should be the fifth priority. Should be teachers and SNAs. And again, Norma Foley comes along and just like feck is all. That's Norma Foley's main goal. Just feck everybody. I just don't care. And that's Norma Foley's main objective. I just don't care. That's Norma Foley's main goal. But yeah, she's pissed everybody off. Like literally as many people on Twitter and Facebook and everything, it's just making an absolute laugh at Norma Foley, because she's the biggest show going, and might as well be honest with you. Like, have you ever seen a minister? Like literally, if you asked her a question, she wouldn't be able to answer you. Like, and the media, I think the media in this country, usually they're very biased to the government. I think they just lost the will to live. And also, when I'm actually there, the education spokesman for OT Emma O'Kelly or something like that, was basically told by something that you're on the Norma Foley's payroll, which I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, that because this woman's just out of control. I wouldn't be surprised if Norma Foley was going around paying people. She's already has paid, a private PR firm, which the media hasn't covered, but she spent €20,000 on trying to cover up last year's leaving cert payers, of the taxpayers' money, and nothing's been ever done about that. But this woman, it's just what can you do? Well, really, this woman, Stephen Donnelly, at least he's, I don't know what's wrong with him, but Norma Foley, it's dumber and dumber. You're nearly crying here, thinking about it, because you're just getting the bin Norma Foley, at this stage, after all the harm she's caused this year. You think about this for a second, think about it. All the harm she has done to leaving cert students with all the uncertainty for so long, kicking the can down the road and then upsetting them, and people worried about going back to school, teachers worried every night, every evening, worried about going back to school. And she's just, the mind boggles. The mind really just boggles that you have this minister, and she's still there as Minister for Education after all she has done. And then it's a fiasco. We're trying to make up her mind about the leaving cert, and she wouldn't listen to, she really wouldn't talk to any student for so long. I just don't know.